Welcome back to our next challenging character in the workplace. We had a chance to meet Resistor Ray, and if you remember some of the key lessons, we had focused in on the fact that oftentimes those individuals that are resistant or even negative, as we're going to meet this next character, really are feeling underappreciated. I had encouraged you to do your homework, learn more about the background of the individual, draw upon and utilize empathy, and very importantly, to pay attention to the persuasion cycle. Well, those rules apply across all of these characters. Meet Negative Nellie or Negative Ned, whatever the name happens to be. These are the individuals who are chronic complainers. They never met an issue that they agreed with. They never met a situation they liked. They're often the ones that are going to give you kind of the background commentary after the meeting on everything that possibly went wrong, everything the boss did wrong or said wrong. And you know, when it comes to their optimism, well, they don't have much. The glass is always half empty. How do you deal with these individuals? Well, they can be trying, by the way, and sometimes people go out of their way to avoid them. My perspective is if they're in the workplace and I need to work with someone, I don't care how difficult or how negative they are, I want to find a way to finesse my way forward with them. It's important with Negative Nellie or Negative Ned, however, to limit the amount of time that you spend commiserating with them, right? You want to find a way to do what I call shift the frame. And one of the ways that I do that is I head off the commiserating with the statement, and I'd take notes if I were you, because this statement works time and time again. You know, I imagine it's difficult to be you in your role. That's it. It's an odd-sounding statement, and you might even feel uncomfortable using it, but it will stop them in their tracks. No one ever came up to them and said that before, so there you are using empathy again. I imagine it's difficult to be you in your role. The next thing that I do in shifting the frame is I'll actually draw upon their expertise. Everyone likes to share and showcase their expertise. What are the risks that you see in this particular situation? What are the risks you see in this proposal? What are the risks you see in moving forward with this change? Whatever it happens to be. And you know, I give them a chance to talk about it and showcase and share their expertise. My hunch is they'll probably have some really good perspectives, maybe even some that you haven't thought of in the process. And finally, I would go back to that ever-powerful question. I'd use the strategy, and we used it with Resistor Ray, of giving them control over the situation. Now, you might be sitting there saying, Art, that sounds radical. I can't give them control. Well, it's strategic control. You know, you could use what we use with Resistor Ray. Under what circumstances could you see supporting this? Or could you see moving forward with this? The last one might be, if this was something that you had to do, how would you design it? How would you design the approach to doing this? Chances are they're going to be in the neighborhood of where you're at. So think about this. You've gone from reframing, shifting the negativity, acknowledging that it's got to be difficult for them to be in their role, drawing upon their expertise, which frankly appeals to everyone's ego, and that's not a bad thing. It's not manipulative, it's just a human issue, and then giving them some power over choosing the options to move forward. Okay, it's time to get back to work and practice with Negative Nellie or Negative Ned. We'll see you soon.